Hello everyone and welcome to this pick a card reading video. In this video we have, as usual, 3 different stacks to choose from. I haven't pulled the cards yet except for signifier cards for 1A, 2B, and 3C. And they're actually a little sneak peek here. They're all major arcana cards that were pulled. I didn't do that on purpose. They just were. I had a feeling that would happen for you all today. So it feels like very important messages that are going to come through. But also I'll be using the Eternal Crystals Oracle Cards deck by Jade-Sky today. If you don't know, this is Miss Cleo's Tarot Power deck that I'm using for the tarot cards. The theme is, if you read the video title, it's about what is happening next. We'll be looking at the energy you are embodying now versus the energy that you'll need to be, or that you will eventually just naturally embody in the future. Yeah, I guess at the time of filming this, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna title this, but that's mainly the gist as of right now. If you need some more time to look at the cards and decide which one you're drawn to, you can do that now. If you don't feel drawn to any of the cards here, that's completely fine. This just might not be the pick a card reading video for you, but I have plenty of other timeless pick a card reading videos as well as collective tarot and oracle readings on my channel. Without further ado though, let's get right into it. Hello 1A and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. We have here number 8, we have strength. And I felt like a groundedness when I pulled this card. So I think the strength will come in you being more like confident, but also I get the sense of you being more grounded. When you are more grounded in reality, you have a better ability to make rational and logical decisions, and you're able to make tough decisions as well. So I feel like what we're gonna do is, actually I haven't really decided, since you're the first pile here, what I'm gonna do. I had an idea in mind that over here I'll put a card that represents your energy now versus your energy in the future, and then we'll lay out some cards over here. Actually, should I do the oracle card for that? Yeah, let's do the oracle cards for that. So the embodiment, the energy you embody now versus the energy you will soon embody. And then we'll lay out here, just what is expected to happen for you. But it feels like you'll gain a lot more confidence in your abilities. So let's see the energy you have previously or are currently embodying. This is one of my first ever oracle decks I've ever owned. I love this. So we have Aquamarine. You know what? I had a feeling this was going to come out. So it says, oh my god, courage. Aquamarine, courage, throat chakra. Okay. There's some stuff I want to say about that, but I'm going to wait until I pull to make sure I'm interpreting this correctly. I'm going to wait to pull until the future card, the future energy. What is the future energy here that they are going to embody or that they should embody? That one that wants to come out. Okay. Yeah, physical body. Awesome. Root chakra. So I think, you have a very strong foundation. I think you've built up this foundation over time. And it seems like what this is saying to me is that you have a good idea of where you're at in life right now. And I think you're okay with even things happening steadily over time. Oh, and it's 4 and 44. 4, 4, 4. And 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 48. 48 is actually a very important number for me specifically. So I wonder if it is for any of y'all either, or as well. But the way this is being read across to me is that I want to be surprised if a lot of you have strong earth placements, or you just feel strongly connected to any earth placements you have, because this seems like you've been building up hard work over time. And hard work comes across in many different ways. The way it especially comes across for you all is that, yeah, like the grounding, the foundation, it seems like you've been building the layers of like a tower, is what I'm seeing. Or like, like a home brick by brick. It's like you've been doing that. So maybe it's not as much about things you've done in the physical realm. You've done a lot to prepare, is the best way I could describe it. You've done a lot of research, you've done background checking, you've done a lot of, yeah, just putting things into place before you fully take action. So it's like a house. Before living in a house, you have to at least have the framework. So whether that's a brick framework or layout, or your house is made of wood, it's like you got to start going on the framework at least. You have to start building the walls and the doors. That's the best way I can describe it. Where your strength comes in the fact that you have taken your time to lay the groundwork and to really know, like, to be certain of what you're doing. But now with the strength card being here, it's not only having strength in going step by step and being patient. Now this is being translated into the physical realm. So Spirit is saying you've done a lot of background work. You've done a lot to get you to this point. But now the ability to finally take more physical, tangible, actionable steps will be next in line for you. So that's what's happening next. Instead of just thinking about things, instead of just organizing things together. It's like, it also reminds me of, for example, party organizing, when people organize a surprise birthday party, or just any birthday party. It doesn't have to be a surprise, but if you organize a birthday party, then it's like that as well, where, or you know what, you know what's even better? A better analogy is a wedding. Maybe for some of you this resonates, but for a wedding, you have to get well, you don't have to get a wedding planner, it's recommended, but you have to get the venue, you have to pay for that, get a payment plan ready for that, you have to find out the colors, the guests, how many guests, the cards that you will be sending out, which city it will be. Are you going to help pay for other people? What are the bridesmaids' dresses going to look like? Should there be color coordination with the bride and groom? Should it be a traditional wedding? Should it be in a church? Should it like be religious in any way? Things like that. Where it's like you've considered every single thing. So now it's time where, if it's not happening yet, it will soon happen, where everything will be laid on the table and you'll have to be like, okay, there's nothing else possible for me to do except for to actually just do the physical, tangible thing. So this is a time of stepping into that. And I'm going to pull some cards now, some tarot cards from Miss Cleo. Everybody says it differently. I feel like, okay. Yeah, so what's happening next? What's happening next for everybody here? But this is really good already over here. Spirit's like, it's already courageous. The fact that this is here, you've already done the courageous thing. You've already been brave by doing something that maybe other people doubted you over, or maybe you used to doubt yourself over. Maybe it's just like, maybe, for example, even if money's been hard, or it's been hard to maintain friendships or family connections, Spirit is saying this will pay off in the long run because you'll be able to finally put these things into motion. There's tarot cards here. We have, let's make sure everything's in frame here. The Hanged Man. Knight of Cups. You see how they're looking? I was gonna say like building the pyramids. And the pyramids right here. I was gonna say it's like building the pyramids, but I'm like, I don't know if that'll make as much sense, so I'll just say building brick by brick. But I was getting visions of, I guess it makes sense for this deck, but of the pyramids. I gotta reorganize myself over here. And then put these over more so that the other card can fit that I want laid out. Everything situated properly? I think so. I feel like, ooh, there's a card over here that wants to come out. Okay. And the Four of Cups. So yeah, Spirit is saying now isn't the time for waiting. You've been patient enough. Now's the time to actually just do it. There's no more... I think some of you are also with the Strength. It's like you've had the courage to lay the groundwork, but maybe you struggle with having the courage to actually put it into action, put it into motion. So Spirit is saying, with this signifier card of Strength, to carry on that courage and carry on that strength. Hangman says to let go of expectations, even though I know it's difficult because it feels like you've already done all this planning already. It's like part of that is planning how you want it exactly to go. Spirit is saying it's okay for you to have that framework. But with the Knight of Cups, it's saying to be more open-minded. So let's say, for example, you're trying to manifest something. Spirit is saying release it to the universe, but also release your expectations. You can have certain things you want to have happen, but as long as things are happening, generally speaking, maybe the timing will be a little bit off, or maybe things won't be exactly perfect, but it'll still be in alignment with your life path and your life purpose. And Spirit is saying that's all you can really ask for. So don't be patient. Don't second guess yourself, and don't put so much pressure on the outcome being one set specific way. Just trust in the universe is also what I'm seeing here. It's like trust in yourself and trust in the universe. Trust that things are already going good. Things will continue to go good. Maybe for some of you it's not going good, but it seems like even if you argue with me on that and you're like, things aren't going good for me right now, I do see it being good because I feel like you have such a strong foundation. You are so, and I think that's why this message is coming through, because you're so strong in your convictions. You're so strong in what you believe to be true or what you want to be true, and how you want things to play out. And while that can be good to help steer you on the right path, you have to allow there to be more of an open-mindedness here, so that if things don't go exactly according to plan, you don't just stop what you're doing or give up, or you don't just get angry. Spirit is saying maybe this is what's meant to happen. Things are supposed to be a little bit different. Like maybe you got the general gist of what you're meant to be doing right, or the next thing you're meant to do. Maybe you've got the gist of that, generally speaking, correct, but the specifics, I'm hearing the specifics shouldn't have too much pressure placed upon them, and that things are going to work out great. You just have to not nitpick every single little thing, every single minute thing, and to be open-minded with whatever is meant to come next. But I see this being very good for you. I see this being something that, yeah, I just see you like I'm seeing a train right now, and sometimes with that imagery, it's, I don't know how to explain. It's like Spirit's saying you are on the right path. So if something happens not directly in accordance with how you planned it, that's okay. You're still on the tracks. You're still moving forward. Don't think that you're going backward, okay? And you know what? I think that's actually where I'm going to leave it. So thank you so much, 1A, for watching and listening to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, you can like the video down below. You can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if this resonates with you. Also, I want to say specifically, if you're still here, I know I didn't say specifically like the specifics of what's next, but that's the point. Like Spirit is saying they don't want you to be too focused on the specifics. Just know that there's something you have in mind for what you're meant to do next, the obvious next step. Spirit is saying to take that leap, or take that just more giant step forward. Don't worry too much about the specifics. Things are going to work out in your favor as long as you keep an open mind, okay? But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. I have other timeless pick a card reading videos and collective readings on this channel, and you can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR. That will be linked down below if you're interested in that, and also my secondary ASMR channel. But yeah, thank you so much, 1A. Bye-bye. Hello, 2B, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. So here we have the Emperor and the number 4. The number 4 I think could be an important number for you. Let's see if there's anything I pick up on with what the Emperor has to say for you right now. Oh, interesting. I'm getting this feeling of not urgency, but just things happening swiftly and things happening pretty quickly. Emperor, if I remember correctly, is associated with Aries, so that would make sense because Aries is very fast-paced. So it seems like things will be happening very fast-paced, and you won't really have much time for or as much time for breaks right now. You'll be entering a very busy phase of life, but I don't see this being bad. I think it can get overwhelming at times, but I think you'll be able to handle it. And if you don't have the tools prior to facing certain situations, in the moment, you'll be good at coming up with solutions. All right, we're gonna go ahead, and this over here I'll place from the Eternal Crystals Oracle card deck. Over here is the energy you used to embody / you embody now. Over here is the energy you will embody in the future. So let's see what we have here. The energy that will be embodied in the past. You might be less social or sociable during this time as well. Does this card want to come out? This is a secondary card that wants to come out. I'm going to put this back in. If it comes back out, then so be it. Triastolite, past loved ones, root chakra. So for some of you, this is just a message that your loved ones, I think, have been trying to guide you right now. If you've been asking, like, please help me find the way. They're saying we have been sending you signs, or we've been sending you opportunities already. You just might not recognize that they are signs or messages from spirit, but they are. And specifically, I know it's a past loved ones. It could be like ancestors or family members, but I feel like it's especially just your spirit guides. This wants to come out maybe? Meditation. That makes sense. 14, crown chakra. So we have 4 and 14. Yeah, that's what we, with this too, it's like, yeah, I wasn't getting too many thoughts. It's just about more so, it's been more so about action. So different from stack 1, where it feels like you've already been like taking action, or that you're in the, you lately have been embodying that, where you've been very more physically active. Maybe you've been doing a lot in the physical realm. And then look at that, rutilated quartz home, root chakra. Yeah, so there is great ties. So maybe it is more so than I thought, tied to family and ancestors. The messages here. And yeah, what I pulled you, chastolite, then we have clear quartz and rutilated quartz. I feel like there's actually another card that wants to be pulled for this future energy here, that maybe also provide better context for rutilated quartz. Let's see if it's another white crystal. I don't know how many white crystals are in here. That one wants to come out. Ah, rose quartz, love, heart chakra. That is gorgeous. I'm going to put that like this, if that's okay. Might go a little bit off frame, but that's okay. Just shuffling these a little bit. An extra message before I put these away. Okay, here's 30. Okanite, past life patterns, all chakras. Wow, so a lot is coming through here about, like, I mean, past lives, current life, just the metaphysical in general. It feels like, ooh, you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing like all time converging into one. Before with the chastolite, I wanted to put it right here, but I'm like, I want you to see Emperor, because it feels like that's very much a main message. The chastolite is a main message for you, right? Chastolite also is associated with dreams and sleep, so you could be contacted during your dreams if you have not been already. So really pay attention to your dreams. Have a dream journal. Write in it as soon as you wake up, or even like your notes app on your phone. Interesting. So the way this comes across is with the Emperor energy I was getting was you being a busybody. So this is clearly a sign that if you've been asking for a message from spirit, like I've said before, spirit has been sending you messages already. And I don't know if it's you not trusting the messages, or you're just being like, okay, well, you know what? I think that's it. I think a lot of you want more, whether it's more guidance, just more answers to your questions, or just feeling more protected and supported. I will say you all, ooh, this actually kind of makes me a little bit emotional. A message for you that you need to know is that you are so divinely protected by your loved ones. And this could be physically as well, but especially feels like up above. it feels like the fact that I pulled that past life patterns okanite is really sticking in my mind right now, where maybe in the past you were also a busybody. I mean, it makes sense. People have to, like, if you think of our ancestors, a lot of them had to work every day of their lives and they didn't really have time off, and then people just like died of disease. So it feels like you're acting out some past life patterns here where maybe you're doing so much, and so spirit is saying to just take it easy a bit. But even if that's not the case, I still feel like you'll be a busybody, but still take breaks where necessary, even if it's just like a 5-minute break where you just sit there and meditate, right? But there's a sense that you need to feel more safe. I just feel like you probably feel disconnected from the spirit realm in some capacity, or you just feel frustrated with the spirit world. So it feels like you're trying so hard to connect with them. And with you trying so hard, you're not recognizing that they're actually coming through. That's the best way I can describe that. And they're saying here, I think a way that you need to connect with them in the future, instead of just only trying to reach out to them for personal gain, reach out to them to be able to connect with them, to understand them, and just to feel connected with the universe as a whole. With home here, it's actually making me think more of like your home, your place in the universe, where I think a lot of you can feel kind of a bit lost because you're so focused on the material world, where it feels like spirit is saying what you need to actually do is focus more on the spiritual and metaphysical side and just the personal side. So don't focus on what's happening in your surroundings too much. I don't want to say it. That doesn't mean give up what you're doing. That doesn't mean you're doing a bad job. Like if you're going to school, or if you have a job, or you're trying to work your way up the career ladder, you know, whatever that is, materially, it feels like spirit isn't saying you have a bad foundation, but they're saying, well, I guess they kind of are saying that, because they're saying make sure that what you want to have happen and what you want to be true isn't only rooted in materialism. Make sure it's not only rooted in what will come next, right? And like, this is the message of what I'm about to pull cards here too. But about what's going to come next, spirit is like, there's good things coming, but you need to be more at peace, and you need to be more like accepting and loving is the way this comes through. Instead of being a busybody, you can still be busy, but have more gratitude for where you're at in life and where you're headed. You can have more, also a connectedness with spirit. I think once you're able to better connect with your spirit guides and your ancestors, I think you'll feel more divinely protected overall, but you'll also feel more like you don't have to work hard 24/7 to achieve things that you want to achieve. And so I think you'll just feel more at ease with that. Does that make sense? So instead of just being like, oh, I have to work because I want this thing to happen, you can be like, I want to work, and I have to work maybe, but instead of saying I have to work because I want to be rich, you can, in that kind of example, you can say I want to work because I want to be able to have a financially stable life, or I want to have a financially abundant life. And then think about also not just how, whatever it is you want to achieve, how it affects you. Think of how you can give back to your community. That's really, it seems like that's part of your past life patterns here, where don't just think about keeping the money to yourself or keeping assets to yourself. Make sure you donate where you can. Wherever you've been lucky in life, or wherever you've been greatly impacted in a positive way, try to also give that back out into the universe, and the universe will continue to reward you favorably. So I could see also you being stuck a little bit in like somewhere along the line in life, because I could see you being like, well, I'm working hard, why isn't this the thing happening? So that's why spirit really wants you to go back to the basic understanding of why it is you want this thing. And in the future, you should come from more of a place of love, come from a place of wanting to help others, not just yourself, and also of, I just keep hearing to not be so based in the physical or material world. Think about how it could possibly break past life patterning as well. So in a past life, if you were such a busybody, you need to also have time for letting others in. I think a lot of you I also want to be surprised if you're more closed off, not just to spirit, but also people in your physical realm. So it's a time of being more open and receiving of messages from spirit, and maybe even from people in real life as well. Let's see what we have here for, like, we're going to pull 4 cards. That's what we did for stack 1, unless we need to pull more. Just want to come out. feel like there's a lot of cards that want to come out, but only like briefly, just for brief messaging. So yeah, Three of Swords. I think this relates to the past life message, where I think I'm hearing like you've been burned. Whereas you were promised the world, but you weren't given it in a past life. So that's why you work so hard to achieve the world in this lifetime. So yeah, what's going to come next? Two of Cups. Also, I mean, love is here. We have home. So maybe for some of you, this is about building a family, or it's about what's next for you is finding a romantic partner. You have Six of Pentacles. Yeah, see, this is about being more balanced, where yes, you can be a hard worker, but you can also, sorry, a little bit up. You can be a hard worker, but you can also foster positive relationships. And you are deserving of positive relationships, even if you were a poor person with like health issues. Like if you think of all the like quote unquote worst case scenarios, you're still a person who is deserving of things. Knight of Swords reverse. And this exact spot was where this card was pulled earlier as well. First, pile 1A. And then Seven of Wands. Yeah, so really the messaging here is that you should focus more on fostering relationships with spirit, but also your interpersonal relationships in the physical realm. Instead of focusing on things, focus on people, focus on connection with your community is also very strong. Six of Pentacles is very much a card connected to community. It's about, this is literally, oh my god, I could cry. This is what I was saying earlier. This is a card of, oh, I'm getting emotional. This is a card about giving back, and I think, oh, okay, I think this is really hitting something where a lot of you maybe feel like you don't do enough, or no matter what you do, maybe deep down you feel like you'll never do enough. If you do something like, you go to a food bank, you I don't know, you volunteer in any way in your community, I just see doing that will make you feel like it will help simplify your life. That's a good way to describe it. Like, you want these grand things, which maybe you'll get them, right? But focusing on the smaller scale things that actually have great impact on you will be very important. And a lot of that will come from your relationships and how you interact with your community. Doing any type of volunteer work, or even just donating $5 to something, to an organization, to a nonprofit, that will make you feel so much better about yourself. And it's not just about doing that and not thinking about it. There needs to be, part of what you need to do is to be more reflective and think about how your actions impact you and others. So let's say you just do something like online, you donate $5. Then think about the impact that, usually when you donate, you get like an email, or on the webpage, something pops up like, thank you so much for donating. This will help our nonprofit by doing this and doing this. So I think you really, like, reading the words that are written in front of you will be important. Really understanding why you're doing something. It's like, and then even in that example, it's like, are you donating money just because I told you to, or are you donating because you want to do something good? And then don't go into it with the mindset of, I'm only doing this so that I feel good about myself. Do it so that you can help others feel better, or to be better, to do better. And then inevitably, you in turn will feel like just a better person, is the way this comes across. And with these cards, they are really just saying, make sure you give yourself breaks, and make sure, almost similar messaging to some of what I said in pile 1, where don't put so much pressure on yourself. And for you, it's like, don't put so much pressure on yourself to succeed and be perfect. You'll realize that you are most cherished when you do things that are in the kindness of your own heart and that also help others. That's just a main message that's coming across. So what's next for you is doing something that gives back to your community and helps people in your real life. And then that in turn helps you. But don't go into it with the mindset of, oh, I only care about whatever I'm going to do helping me. Think about how you can help other people, and then that good karma will come back to you. Also focus on breaking the past life patterns. I think really stopping and reflecting. Journaling is really important for you all. Reading books, like becoming knowledgeable. Like, I'm seeing nonfiction books specifically. It could be self-help books, but I'm just seeing like on specific topics. Reading like maybe other people's experiences that you've been through. I don't know exactly, but I think writing as well, like things with words, will be very important for you right now. So that's something to consider, but I will leave it at that. Thank you so much, 2B, for watching and listening to this video. Hope you enjoyed it. You can like the video, you can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if there's anything new you would like to update us with. You can, did I say subscribe? You can subscribe. You can check out my timeless pick a card readings and collective readings on this channel. And I have an ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR, that you can check out in the video description down below. Thank you so much, 2B. Bye-bye. Hello, 3C, and welcome to your part of the pick a card reading video. We have the world here, number 21. Whew, it just feels like what's next for you is going to be something very powerful. It feels like with this card, it can be associated with travel and moving. I feel like if you've chosen this stack and you really want to move, this is a good indication that you will move. If there's really, more than even any of the other stacks, if there's a big life change you want to, I think a lot of you already know what's next or what you want to be next. So Spirit's saying this next thing that they want to tell you is coming up is something that's a major life change. And for a lot of you, I think this involves moving locations. That's the main message I'm getting about moving. If you're not, again, even if it's not moving, it's just something really big is going to happen for you next. So I think for you all, this will be a little bit different because over here I'll place an oracle card from the crystal deck about the energy you used to occupy / you occupy in the present moment versus the future, what kind of energy you should occupy. And I feel like this would be more so almost like where you're at now, how you feel about what you want to have, what you like know is meant for you, what, or maybe if you don't know the timing, you're just like, I, for example, really want to move. How you're feeling now, like preparing for that versus the future once it's actually set in motion or once it's all set and done. But yeah, the energy in the past for this stack as it relates to this big life change. I feel like, okay, this one for over here, number 27, Malachite, nature, beautiful. So maybe also now is just a time where with the world here, you're feeling a lot more connected to Mother Earth. So maybe if you're not already, when you can, you should spend more time out in nature and feel more connected. This could be a time where you're feeling more connected to your life purpose. Even if you've been questioning, like, what is it I'm meant to do with my life? Then Spirit is saying being out in nature and connecting to nature will be very beneficial for you. The world can also relate to rebirth. So maybe a lot of you, what's next for you is just completely changing like your life around, what you are doing in life. This is the future energy. Ooh, look at that, another green card. Oh my god. I was gonna say this is very Sagittarius energy that I'm getting, and then we pulled 31, Peridot, Teach. And Sagittarius is linked to teachers, also Taurus and Earth signs, but I also think of like philosophy and professors. That's related to. You know what? I wonder if in the future, well, some of you maybe are thinking of going back to school. If that's the case, then I could see that working for you. But this is, okay, this is the woo-woo group. I love it. Oh my god, sorry. I'm so excited for this one. It's such good vibes, and I relate to it so much. But you're somebody who, I feel like you've been through a lot in life. So with the world too, ooh. I just feel like there's a lot you have to teach others and bestow your knowledge upon others where, yeah, it just feels like you've been through, oh my god. Sorry, I'm getting so many visuals right now. I wish y'all could see. I just think, positive visuals. I just think you've been through a lot in life. And I think you're somebody who cares very deeply for others. And you're somebody who cares very deeply for the planet. I would not be, oh my god, I'm getting emotional. I wouldn't be surprised if you are very connected specifically to animals. And I don't know why that's getting me so emotional. Oh my God. I just feel like there's so much you want to do to help the world. There's so much you want to do and maybe with the world too, it's like exploring. Maybe there's a lot more you want to explore on this earth. And then with all your travels or with all your different jobs you've had, you just want to teach others about what you've learned from the experiences that you've had. And with you teaching others in the future, that doesn't mean you'll stop learning or you will stop experiencing. I think the more you teach others, the more it will make you put things into question in a positive way. Like it'll even spike your curiosity even more. So you won't have the ability to just spike the curiosity in others, but you will also go to this place of wanting to like figure things out for yourself as a way it comes across. Like you'll want to experience. I think also in the future you'll realize like everybody has different experiences. You could already have that basic understanding now, but in the future I see you having that understanding even more. And I like a big phrase for you all is the more I know, the less I know. I used to hate that saying because I'm like, well, that means I'm stupid. It's like, no, it actually doesn't mean that. It's just you realizing that the more you learn about the world and the universe, especially metaphysically and spiritually, the more you learn though. But even outside of that, I just feel like y'all could be champions of good causes and like fighting the good fight. I just see you being an advocate in so many different avenues where you don't want to limit yourself. See, there's two staffs here. You don't limit yourself to either. It's like you'll jump over here, you'll jump over here, you'll jump over here, you go back and forth and back and forth. Like you'll do all these different things because you just have such a profound curiosity. And so right now and in the past is the time of having experiences, learning from experiences yourself, and also collecting your thoughts. So if you aren't already doing this, like I recommend getting like a journal or a book and like writing down different life experiences you've had. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It could be like an everyday thing. Like one time I went to the store and this happened and I met this person. That conversation never left my mind. You know, things like that. It's just things that whatever intuitively comes to your mind when you think about what you've learned and like where that stems from. It's like I'm seeing a root connecting to all these different like parts of your life. Like how does this connect to this, and also that connected to this, but also that branched out connected to all these different things. Think about the things you've experienced. Really, like write these things down. Don't just think about it. Write down and reflect on what you've learned from those experiences, or do the reverse of that. It's like, this is what I've learned from this experience, and this experience is actually previously linked to this experience. And so think about how it's all connected, and think about how those experiences relate to the world at large, how it relates to people, plants, and animals, Mother Earth, and space and beyond. Like, just think about how everything you've been through is either similar or different from what others have experienced. And then what you're meant to do in the future is to teach from what you've learned, whether that's through being a professor or a teacher of some kind, being some sort of public speaker, writing a book. I could see that for many of you, writing a book. Even if you just self-publish it, just then you at least have it out there and you can't say you didn't try. Like I could see a lot of you doing stuff like that. And but with this teach, there's again that feeling of still learning. With teaching, you learn the more you teach others. And I just think you don't realize how much of an impact you'll have on other people from you relaying your experiences to them. It doesn't have to only be positive experiences. It's about the world. So the world is circular and it's cyclical. And so there can't always be good and there can't always be bad. There can't always be things that are in between. Everything exists all at once. So what you're meant to teach and relay to others from your experiences is the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, the things you still maybe don't even have an answer for. And with teaching, maybe you'll gain those answers by doing that or by having discussions with others. But I see this being a very profound part of your life, and I just feel you being, like, I see you being very open to the universe in such a beautiful way. I love it. Okay, let's pull some cards, some additional cards for what's next, even though I think I actually kind of nailed it, if I do say so myself. For what is next for you, just teaching. And so then you'll inevitably keep learning, telling others. Don't keep secret what you've learned, what you've experienced in this life. But writing a book could be important for a lot of y'all. I don't know why. I just see you publishing a book. I don't see it, because sometimes I'll be like, well, as long as you write stuff down, maybe that's enough. But I see other people would be happy to hear about, even if it's just something you like print out for friends and families, you know, even if it's something small like that. Okay, we have Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have Ace of Swords. So yeah, your words are power. Don't be afraid to... Also, with this card, I'm hearing life is messy. So yeah, that's where it goes back to the good, the bad, and the ugly. And also they're on top of that figure 8. So even though things like can be imbalanced, things sometimes aren't imbalanced. But no matter what you go through, don't be afraid to relate to others. It's very much also the energy of the elder. Ace of Cups. And I think this will be with this card, I think this will be a very healing time for you as well in the future, where as you teach others what you've been through, not only will you learn, part of that learning is having a better understanding of yourself and of why you, not just why you think a certain way, but how you truly feel deep down when you think about it. Like, how do you feel about that experience you had? If it's something that maybe you start talking to others about it and you realize, oh, I'm actually not fully over this. And that's actually a really good thing. Now you're able to have that laid out on the table and you're able to actually start working through it. And I just see, as you heal through the things that have hurt you in the past, you become more free and light and happy and connected to the universe. Okay, well, that card flew out. Let's see. The High Priestess. Exactly. This is... that's the perfect card I could have asked for this. Let's put these up a little bit more so you can see better. Can you see better now? Just a little bit up more, I think. But yeah, the High Priestess, it talks about how, I just think you'll feel a lot more connected to your purpose in life. And moving is being brought up again. So for some reason, if you move somewhere that's more connected to you, you feel more drawn to. Maybe you had a past life lived out there, or your ancestors lived there too. I don't know. Either way, I just see that you will be a lot more connected to your spirit guides in the universe, Mother Nature. And see, this is all coming together too, just like the circle. Everything. Like I think during this time, see a lot of synchronicities. That's how you'll know you're doing the right thing. When you see these synchronicities leading you toward or down a certain path. But you will feel extremely guided in these next steps. You will feel very divinely protected. And I just keep hearing over and over again, you'll feel connected to the universe. So if you feel like you don't have a place in the universe or on Earth, or you feel like you don't do enough, that you don't have a purpose, you'll soon find that. And that purpose is greatly connected to your ability to open yourself up to others and to relay your experiences. That's like the main thing here. Whether it's related to career or not, that's a main thing you were meant to do on this life, is to share your experiences, because you've had experiences for sure that are meant to be relayed. And I feel like this is one more certain message. Specifically, I'm seeing imagery of a cave. For some reason, like a cave, or could be a, what is it? Ooh, you know what makes me think of Mammoth Cave? Mammoth Cave in like the, Kentucky area? West Virginia, Kentucky. Like that area of Kentucky, West Virginia, Ohio is very, like, quote unquote haunted. It's very energetically charged. If you believe in energy portals, there's believed to be ones there, and like a lot of cryptids. So I think that's part of it too. Your curiosity could lead you to the unknown and the metaphysical and things that are unexplained in that way. But I see you being very connected. Also, I have to say, if you feel like you fear judgment from other people, you shouldn't. You should go in with an open mind to different things. If you truly want to do something, go on with the open mind of, I'm doing this for me, and I'm doing this because I want to see what I can experience for myself. It's not just about you taking other people's words for it. It's about you experiencing and trying to see if you experience what other people have also experienced as part of what's being shown here. But yeah, so maybe that area, if you travel to that area, if you live in that area, or just going to a cave, area if it's safe to do so. For some reason, like a cave, maybe even a tunnel, could be if you want to do like a seance, a ritual of some kind. I see you being more witchy, so this is also a time of just really connecting more with spirit as well. With teach, it's also about spirit teaching you the ways. If you're during this time, what's next to you is I think also being more intuitive and being able to pick up on signs more, getting more signs. If you're looking to tap into your intuition more and growing that, maybe even learning tarot, I see that being in the cards for you, literally, for what's next. But yeah, it's really about teaching and exploring and experiencing and healing from the past. This is a really beautiful reading. I hope you enjoyed this 3C. If you liked it, you can like the video, you can subscribe, you can comment down below if you resonate with this stack, and you can update your comments sometime in the future if there are any updates you would like to provide for us all. You can check out my other timeless pick-a-card readings and collective readings on my channel. You can check out my ASMR channel, Brittney's ASMR. They'll be linked in the video description down below. Thank you again so much, 3C, and take care.